So we're checking out this clip at what appears to be a never-before-seen colorway of the unreleased Anthony Edwards 2 by Adidas. So salute to Crosby Kicks on the early look. It looks like these joints are fresh out the factory, right out the plastic bag and everything. Now, when you talk about this sneaker, the AE2, early impressions of this unreleased sneaker weren't too favorable, but I think the more that we see these, it's safe to say these may be kind of growing on some people. Adidas was faced with the tough task of creating something that, as far as a sequel, could even live up to just a small amount of the hype that we saw for its predecessor in the AE1, which made its debut late 2023. We saw it debut in a high top version. Since then, Adidas has been more so focused on the AE low, which I think it was a smart decision right out the gate to debut the AE2, what appears to be a low top model. Like, why create two different versions in a low and high top, which kind of confuses the audience. So it looks like we'll see this sneaker debuting coming up this fall for a retail of $130. Anthony Edwards is definitely one of the rising stars in the league. I think he has a great personality. His attitude is strong. Plus, on top of everything, you know, he's had a moderately successful career so far, leading the Timberwolves to 2 conference finals in the NBA. So salute to him. When it comes to this sneaker, I would say I do much more so prefer like the debut first AE1, which had a more minimal futuristic design. I feel like the 2 still maintains that futuristic design, but I guess it's more like maximal, if you would say. It has a little bit more going on as far as the shoe. So for me, I like the price point at $130, but it's gonna have to be like kind of that perfect color to make me want to go ahead and buy a pair of these. So keeping things rolling when we're talking about basketball signature models. When you talk about Nike, while you would say Kobe's probably like the premier basketball sneaker or the most like hype selling shoe. When you talk about current NBA stars, while Giannis, he has his own signature line, Devin Booker, but I think the most popular would have to be Ja Morant. Yeah, he's definitely the premier athlete over at Nike basketball. Well, maybe not as accomplished as far as his career accolades, such as like Anthony Edwards. He's definitely popular, you know, when it comes amongst current players. So the Ja 3, looking pretty cool. The rollout so far, the campaign, it seems like they're doing this kind of thing where Ja's like leaking his own colors. It started with the boardroom meeting, and since then we've seen more leaks of this upcoming silhouette, which I would say, based off the design, probably my favorite Ja sneaker that we've seen to this date. You know, I'm a little bit biased due to my initials being JA, but I kind of think that with the big JA plastered on the side of the sneaker, it's almost giving me like more up-tempo vibes. You guys know the 90s type of sneaker. So those are cool. On top of that, he's also dipping his toe into the lifestyle category, as it looks like we got some upcoming Ja Morant Air Force Ones, which again, he's teased some more upcoming shoes, which these ones, when you talk about samples, hopefully, you know, these might just like stay as samples. I'm not really rocking with these too much, but we've seen some other unreleased pairs which really look dope. And you never know, with the right color, these could be looking cool as well. So when you talk about these sneakers, right here, we got the Ja 3 NY versus NY. These are actually going to be dropping via exclusive access today via the Nike Sneakers app, but it seems like are exclusive to just like New York residents, as there's a certain criteria which you have to meet to be able to gain access for this drop. But yeah, man, these are cool. Like, let me know what y'all think about the Ja 3s. I think Nike Basketball did a great job on this shoe. It's simple. You do have some crazy colors, but then you also got the materials which kind of like stand out, and you got the big JA, which I'm definitely rocking with, plastered on the side of this shoe. But we can't talk basketball sneakers without mentioning the Shai Ones, which coming off of this type of season, bro, like what else could this dude do? Like, he got the MVP, finals MVP, pretty much every accolade you could think of. He just got a huge salary increase, signing that extension. But the Shai Ones, probably out of all of the silhouettes that we're talking about here, got the most energy behind them. I mean, these were front and center throughout the entire NBA playoffs, and then with the big finals victory. So for me, out of all 3 of these, oh, I forgot to mention the Ja's are coming in at $130, and then the Shais are gonna also be retailing for $130. For me though, out of all 3 of these, while I'm somebody that's not out here like running full court games or anything, I would say I'm more so just like a casual hooper, you know, who hit the court every so often just to shoot a couple little hoops here and there. I usually like to buy a new basketball model or 2. So if I had to choose between all 3 of these silhouettes, while we got the AE2 right here, which definitely growing on me, I would have to say so. But it's kind of really all about the right colorway. I definitely rock with the Ja 3s. You know, those are cool. I feel like his best silhouette that we've seen so far. Plus, I'm a little biased with the initials on the side right there. All of these pairs are coming in at 130 bucks, but I would have to say that with the most energy behind them right now, the design is simple, it's minimal. I might actually have to go with these, which are going to be retailing for 130 bucks as well. Now, I got to be real, I haven't owned a pair of Converse in my entire life outside of the Chuck Taylor, so I don't really know how the comfort and everything will be, but I'm sure these will be good. Like that boy Shai was rocking them all finals. I love the design. And while they got a bunch of different colors, I ain't gonna lie, that first Shea Butter color might be my favorite, but I'm also a fan of the baby blue. I'm rocking with the gray ones as well, but like there's just so many different flavors. I think this is gonna be a big hit for Converse, and it's really gonna change the trajectory of the basketball division over there. So salute to him. Yeah, man, AE2 is coming soon. The Ja 3s, exclusive access today. And then we got these right here, which probably out of these will be the ones that I'm gonna be picking up for my hoop and sneaker coming up this season. So drop your feedback, guys. Let me know what y'all think about these sneakers. I'll catch you guys next time. If you made it through the end, drop a like. Let me know by hitting a salute down below. So I'll catch y'all next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. JA, I'm out, y'all.